more or less one thing. Thank you guys for coming and supporting me. You guys are always so loving and supporting of everything that I do. And then secondly, I wanted to introduce you to my collection. This season's Spring-Summer 2010 collection is totally based on mixing African King regalia with Vampire Hunter style. And what that means to me is more or less bringing noble gold colors and shapes into a dark, elegant kind of way. So more or less, this season what I wanted to do was be a little bit more dainty, a little bit more less, I guess, edgy, but still really concept very high. So what I did was I did everything out of gold bones. And what I did is I went to my homegirl's ranch in Calistoga and totally just ran around her ranch and found all this dead stuff and like bones and baby bird skulls and everything, and just was going crazy with it. It's like, oh my god, I can make this into a bone ring, and these are little country mouse bones. So it's country mouse bone on a city girl, you know? And then this is also a little baby bird skull. And this one in particular I did for Keep a Child Alive, because they're a charity that we are collaborating with in order to help their cause, which is aiding families and children that are inflicted with AIDS, and they provide health care and medicines. And so I think it's like also a good time for us to fuck fashion, not humanity. You know, so it's like, come on, you know, like running around Fashion Week, it's just like repetitive and over the top, and it seems sort of flagrant after a while. So being in the industry for as long as I have been, I feel like I need to give back at some point. Not only am I giving back to my own clients, but I'm giving back to something that I really can't grasp because I'm not there and I don't live through it. And I love my life and I'm very thankful for everything that I have. And there's some people in the world that are not as thankful and not as happy with their own lives. So I wanted to give back, and I think this charity, Keep a Child Alive, is an amazing, amazing organization that I'm really honored to be working with. And not only that, it's inspired me to do something like this. And this, honestly, is like one of my most favorite pieces. With this collection, and with all Bijules pieces, what I strive to do is defy fashion standards and create pieces that are not yet defined. So with the nail ring I created, it's more or less a gold nail that can be customized by squeezing the snake. And so now that's been out for a while, and I have my big clients like Beyonce and Rihanna and, you know, Cassie and Katy Perry, and all these girls are loving this style, so I know that this style exists and I've helped create this. So now what I do is follow up with a collection like this, which I can really key in on my clients that are discerning and have a refined taste, and they don't do rock edgy, they do something more formulaic and a little bit more delicate. So this collection is totally like that, but still defying fashion standards by, you know, making a nail ring that's made out of a baby bird skull, or instead of saying, people know the bar ring, which is based on the single finger but multi-finger look, which for everyday wear, you can totally type your ass off, you can totally do whatever you need to do during the day, because I do it. But this whole phrase of like, oh, it's a knuckle ring kind of thing, I was like, no bitch, this is a knuckle ring, right? Because this sits on your knuckle, and the way it's designed, you can move your finger and it's not affecting your everyday movement. So now this is a knuckle, so once again I've created a definition of a knuckle ring. And there's lots of stuff inside that I'm like really proud of, and the golden shoulder blades are an editorial piece that I'm really excited about, seeing as the clients that I work with are also like really seeking something that's new and groundbreaking. So you'll see on the runways here for Spring-Summer 2010 that shoulders are huge. But also, like, this collection, I like to say, is has another effect called the trompe-l'oeil, which you'll definitely see also this season. Trompe-l'oeil in French means the fooling of the eye, so what I've done is I've made pieces that sort of look like, wow, what the hell? Did that girl get her ear pierced with a bone? No, it's actually just a stud, and the way that you close it is how it appears as if it's an actual bone that's been pierced through your ear. And then this guy is a faux septum piercing. So this can be worn on your septum, or on your lip, on your ear, or on your titty. And also with the bone crusher, that's the massive veil. It's like a veil of bones. You can also pull it back and it becomes like bone bangs, or you can wear it as a necklace. That also is like a trompe-l'oeil to me because my inspiration was driven from an African king who has a crown and then he has a shield, like a veil of, not skulls, he has a veil of like shell chains that he hides his face, so it's sort of fooling his identity. So that piece was one of my really big, that's going to be one of my big editorial pieces. And also with the quill pen is another trompe-l'oeil piece, but also what it does, you actually have to, in order to wear it and activate the piece, you have to pierce it. So as opposed to this, you don't have to pierce shit, but if you pierce the feather that it comes with, and it comes in dove white, noble purple, electric blue, and flash pink. And so when you pierce it through, it becomes automatically a lapel pin or a hat pin. So that piece is an amazing thing, and that's sort of like my cover story, like that one piece, because of the color, really brings everything together. Also, with some of the pieces in this collection, like I want it to be super simple, but still conceptual. So the bone noose, which is the chain, I made each bone into a link. So basically, each bone that you see is a series of links. So it's like a Gucci chain, but now instead of a piece of Gucci, it's actually a bone. So that is really awesome because you can wear it as a necklace, a sling, you can buy two and wear it as a body chain, you cross it over your chest and it's totally supportive and really fucking hot. So I have the Lost Boy earring. So the names are also sort of really important for me. Like this is called the Bam Bam, so which is totally playing on like the Flintstones and like their use of bones as accessories. So the Lost Boy earring is totally inspired by the 80s cult classic about vampire teenagers. So it's just a single-sided earring of a crossbone. So that one's really cute. I wear that every day. So basically that's my inspiration. And I'm really excited because the conversations that I'm having now are the conversations I've never dreamed of. And ultimately, that was the goal, to enter territory I'd never entered before, because I don't want to ever feel familiar and I don't ever want to feel comfortable with what I'm doing, because then that means I'm not pushing boundaries. And so now I'm really pushing boundaries and I've come a really long way and worked my fucking ass off, and now I feel like the momentum is gaining and it's no longer something I really have to push or assert myself on as before. Like when you're building a brand, it's constant like go, 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 and like you're figuring everything out and like you're contacting people, and at this point now the brand has been built. It is now an identifiable brand, and I'm really proud of having conceived that brand. And so now I'm able to focus on some really important things like placement and new products. And we're also launching like a lower end line called BJ, go figure. So that will be all plastic, so the bar rings will be available in black, white, lucite clear, and then a variety of pop colors. So that's also going to be launching, so you'll see that massively, because, you know, people rip people off every motherfucking day, and might as well be able to rip my own shit off. So that's what we're going to be doing on the lower end tip, because I don't want people that can't afford a $1,500 ring not to be able to access the concept. So if you can't buy this one, then you can buy the lower cost version but still have the cool points. So we're tapping that out, and I'm also starting a swimwear company. So that will launch most likely in January as well, so keep your eyes open for that. So it'll always have that Bijules concept, the Jules Kim thought process, which is more or less defying the standard that has always been existing and more or less helping you develop a new way of seeing fashion. Fashion accessories and fashion swimwear, fashion clothing, all of that kind of stuff. It's all up on the build.